What is up, guys, and welcome back to another YouTube market outlook for the week ahead. Major dollar pairs are going to be discussed, and of course gold. So diving in and starting off with euro dollar. So euro dollar pushed down in line with the over 4-hour structure. If we quickly start out here on the daily time frame, what can we now see? Well, obviously what's been pretty much going on is that we've seen a daily liquidity grab underneath this low. I'm sorry, I need to update my TradingView subscription, but we've seen it grab underneath this low, daily break of structure, price pushing in towards the downside. So what do we expect pretty much after a liquidity grab and a daily break of structure? We of course expect a pullback in towards the highs once again. Now what I'm looking for over here is pretty much for this black line over here to go and to provide us with a daily change of character. Moving in towards the 4-hour, we can still see, however, the 4-hour is bearish, but that daily change of character line is also the 4-hour break of structure line. So once that line goes, then I'll be happy to look for longs after a pullback has commenced. So that's pretty much what I'm looking for. Then we'll most likely see a push in towards, for example, this area of supply or this area of supply, then a pullback, and then once again we will be looking for longs. Of course, as long as the 4-hour remains bearish and the daily is still bearish, of course, shorts are still in favor. However, we have to be very considerate of where the market is currently trading at. And what is then very obvious, of course, is that we've pretty much already taken out this area of fresh supply. The overall 4-hour structure is, when we look at change of character, bullish from here to here, meaning that this low needs to go for a 4-hour change of character to happen, which is then bearish. Also, if we look at the 15-minute time frame, the 15-minute is still in a bullish swing nature, in the sense that this is your swing low, this is your swing high. Price pulled back in towards this area of demand, so this area of consolidation, and has been moving pretty much up ever since. So price has just been following demand now over here, then over here, and now came off this area of supply, which is this consolidation area, pushed back down in towards this demand, and is now pushing back up again. So if we take out this area of supply, it is very likely that euro dollar will then continue up higher and take out that 4-hour high. However, in the meantime, if we are able with euro dollar to take out, and I'm referring to this low over here of the internal structure, I will be more inclined that we are going to see for the downside. So that's that for euro dollar. Moving on to pound dollar. What we can see from a 4-hour perspective over here is pretty much exact same as on euro dollar. However, the daily is slightly more bearish in the sense that we've already seen a very large push in towards the downside. After pretty much the break of structure which occurred over here, we haven't seen any significant pullbacks. Now what I'm waiting for is to see if this daily high can go. If that daily high goes, then I'll be looking to target that daily area of supply at around 1.24, which is of course also a pretty significant key level for pound dollar. Overall, there is not much from this pair that I'm liking. If we focus slightly more on the lower time frame, what we can clearly see is that the overall market is coming off this area of supply here on the 1-hour, push back down in towards this 1-hour area of demand, now reacting again to this 1-hour area of supply, which is pretty much pushed price down in towards this area of demand. But again, I'm just waiting to see, can we take out this high? No. Okay, can we take out this low? If we take out that low, then I'll be looking for shorts. If we take out that high, I will be looking for longs to trade pound dollar back in towards that area of 4-hour supply. Now moving on to Kiwi dollar. I was looking for a short last night from this area of supply, which is pretty much also aligned with this area of liquidation. Price moved up in towards my zone, but I was not active at the time. It was midnight Asian session, so not really interested in taking any entries. For now, what can we see on pound dollar, or Kiwi dollar, excuse me, for Kiwi dollar? It is likely that we are going to see a short-term pullback, but overall it is still looking pretty good for further upside. But not really a very interesting pair, but I'm just looking to trade Kiwi dollar at least back down in towards this demand zone to then see what is next. As Kiwi dollar has been following pretty much this demand chain for quite some time now, and is now reacting pretty much to this highest wick, but preferably you want to see a reaction to this refined sell before the buy. But yeah, there was a short-term short play over here, which had potential, but yeah, nothing really aligned with my entry criteria. Moving on into gold. Gold, of course, always an interesting pair. So last week, I already mentioned on Discord, if you're not in yet, make sure to join, that I was looking for a pullback on gold. Overall, we pulled in towards this daily area of demand, minus 618 fib extension level. Therefore, was looking to trade the pullback when price was ranging in here. I did take an entry, was able to bag around 45 pips, but nothing really that significant. Saw a very clean descending wedge in towards the downside. And when we see these descending wedges, yeah, always look for those potential long plays, because it is a perfect entry model when looking for longs, especially when you have such an overextended market. It is very clear that this is a sign of a potential reversal. Now, what happened on the 15-minute, just want to share this with you guys, is that when you see the market ranging as it did over here, just write down the 25% and the 75% mark, because what you'll see is that those often act as an area of resistance, and then either fake out on the high or fake out on the low, and you'll see kind of that reversal in towards the other side after that initial fake out on each of either side. So if you first fake it on the low, then there's a very high probability that you'll see that upside continuation. Now, what is happening for the rest? Of course, everything that is related to gold is pretty much related to the current news that is going on. We're now in supply and price is pulling back in towards this area of demand. But for now, I'm not really happy with looking for any additional longs on this pair, just because we're trading in between supply and in between demand. I do expect there to be further upside, however, nothing really that clean regarding entry models for myself. So I will be looking for further upside, at least back up in towards 1900 level. But for now, just waiting on the sideline. If we do see deeper correction, then I'll be happy to look for those additional longs. So that's gold. Then moving in towards Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar was looking for a short last night as well, but again, Asian session pretty much played with us. So overall, we can clearly see is that we have this 1, 2, and third touch of the ascending wedge trend line, tapping towards this area of supply, and now seeing a retracement in towards downside. So there were some potential pips to be caught overall, with the 4-hour being bearish. Clean structure in towards the downside, clean tap in towards supply. This should also be a 618 fib retracement. Overall, looking at the daily time frame, the daily is in a bearish swing structure from this high all the way down towards this low. Of course, it's always more favorable kind of shorting above the 50% mark. So everything over here is a favorable short. Everything here is becoming slightly more risky because of the fact we have those demand zones. But what can we say? We've been inside demand for a fairly long time. The only thing I don't really like about Aussie dollar is kind of like this descending corrective price action. But for now, I am still happy to look for shorts. If we pull back up higher in towards this extreme 4-hour area of supply, which is really the extreme of the overall swing range, which is from this high all the way down in towards this low, I'll be happy to look for additional shorts. If the 15-minute is already able to change its structure over here on the lower time frame, so this is pretty much your swing low on the 15, which broke this high, then I'll be happy to look for those shorts already. Otherwise, I'll just be waiting for this higher area of supply. In the meantime, of course, you can already now look for potential further shorts until we, for example, come back down towards this area of demand, which is also going to be the 50% mark of the overall swing range. We quickly draw on the premium versus discount tool. We'll then see is that, it pretty much aligns with the 50% mark, so you can look for potential for the downside from Aussie dollar. For now, maybe you want to go into the 5-minute time frame. Not really the cleanest of pairs at the moment, but that is definitely an opportunity right there for you. Same kind of goes for GJ and EJ, also looking for potential shorts. Not the cleanest of pairs, but have been reacting pretty nicely to this area of supply. For example, on Euro Yen at the moment, you have this change of character over here after breaking this low, so it could be a potential shorting opportunity once we come in towards around 157.948. So once price reaches that level, I will be looking for potential shorts. So keep that in mind. Nice liquidity high over here, tapping towards the extreme supply, and then look for potential short. Can look for example, a 15-minute change of character or whatever to kind of like confirm the overall bias that we're going to see further downside. So yeah guys, that is pretty much it. First outlook back here on YouTube. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to join the Discord community, link in the description down below for free signals. Wish you all the best, and we're back tomorrow with another market outlook. Thanks guys.